gosh, Tenchi. I guess we're going to see how well this works or doesn't. I'm kind of worried. We'll see. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting things to not actually go through or to... Oh? There's definitely a little bit of delay. But I guess we'll see what happens and how long this is able to persist or not. I mean, hopefully I didn't use as much Wi-Fi this week. I think we'll be alright. Yeah, it actually seems kind of fine. Oh, the crystal fly trap is ready, so let's make this happen. I got this going. Put this in, we have... Aino's anecdote over here. The Clang Clang Craftshop, Aino and Ineffa appear to be troubled by something. We can just teleport straight there, and I don't care about constructing it right now. I'm sorry. It's not what I'm worried about at the moment. So there should be one over here, and I think what I really want to do, I want to lock the 3 local legends today, and then just finish them. Oh, this is the one where you need to bring Lauma. That's right. Forgot about that. Okay, let me see something. Oh, wait. Let me see something. Did I? Oh, I don't know what something happened. Wait. Let me check something. Oh. You're kidding. I think. Did I? Just gotta... I think the reason it's working at all is because I actually screwed up in scheduling the YouTube one. I don't think anything's going to YouTube because I messed up on that. I guess that's okay. I hate my stupid Chungus life. Because this definitely got scheduled for... This 100% got scheduled for Monday instead. That's hilarious. It's almost hilarious. It's not funny, actually, at all. Well, I guess that's okay. That's probably why things are actually working. But maybe that's passable. Maybe that's okay. Stupid. I need to get fired from my job so I can actually do things correctly. But yeah, this one requires Lauma to be here to talk to the animal, actually, I believe. How's the little deer, Ineffa? Its wounds are beginning to heal. Condition stable. How can its condition be stable? It's not a horse. Regardless. Okay. Oh. Okay. No, never mind. I think that's working. Is it working? Oh, it's working. Never mind. That's actually bawling. Its wounds are beginning to heal. Condition stable. So that dog's medicine worked after all. Is it still in pain? Sugoku kirane. So what doctor would that be? That might be Linnea, who I know is that biologist who may have Lauma's animal speech abilities. Pain is unavoidable, however, it will surely recover soon. Okay, Ineffa, next up, make us some cakes. And when Croom Cakes too, I bet it's gonna be starving when it wakes up. We were speaking on your behalf, Aino, not the deer's, but rest assured I have a recipe for animal food, which I will prepare shortly. Animal Croom Cakes. Urgh. You cannot consume food meant for animals, Aino. Can she consume food meant for robots? Hey, I wasn't thinking about stealing a sick deer's lunch. Okay, she definitely was. What happened to this fawn? Are you taking care of it? We are. We encountered this deer under a cliff. It appeared to have fallen to the bottom of the cliff and it was badly injured. hidoi kega. Wide injury. Therefore, we brought it to a town to visit the doctor. We also acquired medicine for it. Reminds me of something I saw where there was a tractor supply store selling a bunch of deer foods meant to bait deers for hunting, and they all had just these hilariously overwrought names. The funniest one was, I think it was called Big and Sexy, because, you know, deer with big horns, but other than that, maybe I should look that up. Our current plan is to care for the deer until its wounds heal. Afterwards, we will bring it to a nearby forest before returning it to its herd. There aren't really any forests nearby. There are no forests left in Nod-Krai. What's the matter? I know we have discussed this before. You can't talk to the deer. I can take care of it. I'll get up early to feed it. Heck, I'll even brush its fur. And if you don't have llama, you end up having to repeat this one 5 times. The previous time you got up early to feed it, you hugged it and fell back asleep. Both you and the deer only finished half of your breakfast portions. That's cute. Can't separate a girl from her pet deer. Well, that was that's an anomaly. When you were brushing its fur yesterday, you played ball with it, successfully distributing its fur to every corner of the room. She has pet robots already. She does not need more pets. And it clogged my vacuum cleaner when I tried to clean it up. You have it rough enough. You've got a kind heart, I know. I just couldn't help playing with it. Fine, I'm sorry, I guess. Gomennasai. But even if you say all that, I want to keep it as a pet. Rimehorn Deer. I'm already used to waking it up early, giving it water, brushing its fur, then playing with it. If it suddenly leaves, I'll have trouble adjusting. The deer will too. Look, even the deer doesn't want to go. I'm incapable of understanding deer speech, I know. Oh dear. Well, just look at it. Haven't you heard? Actions speak louder than words. It loves me this much. Which is the hint to bring in llama, who can speak to the deer. Oh, if only the deer could talk, it could do all the persuading then. But presumably it's going to talk about how it wants to leave. And then I could tell it to stop helping you eat the vegetables in your breakfast every morning. Her teeth are gonna fall out of her head. What, Ineffa? How do you know? Eyes everywhere. ... I did not know, it was merely a guess. You've proven it correct. Oh, tricky. Can tell she's a million-year-old AI. Oh, you're such a big, sneaky, running meanie, Ineffa. Tomorrow morning, I will supervise both of you as you take your breakfast. This is just like Tails and the fake Chaos Emerald in Sonic Adventure 2. Wait. Huh? Wait, that definitely was supposed to... Interesting. Excuse me. Llama was in the party. So what did I miss, if anything? Aino the rescue. The Quink Quink Croom Cake Craftshop. You find Aino and Ineffa tending to a fawn. Aino clearly adores the little creature, but perhaps letting it return to the wild would be the kinder choice. Let me see real quick. So how then are we going to advance with Llama? Okay. A better choice. It's the next option, but if you don't have... Llama can continue, but you need to do the previous one first before it shows up as an option. Understandable. Okay. So we advanced a little bit, but there's still a bit more. The next one is the one that can repeat constantly. A Lightkeeper is organizing his belongings. What even are those belongings? A lantern, and I guess if you have it, a spear. It's not much. Yeah, but we did not need Flins this time. Okay, understandable. But... the team, I suppose, with the most up-to-date characters. This one. No, not that one. Let's put it in here. And that was who we brought for the Sumeru stuff. And that wasn't even really all that relevant. So, I know Flins and Nefer. Okay. There we go. Cool. Two of them, us. Paimon seeing things, or is that cooking pot over there moving? Is this what's going on here? I know that on this island there is one where you cook something here. You have to cook a hot dog. I'm not sure if it's this one. It might be by a campfire. But there's a special little pseudo-quest to unlock with special dialogue for Flins if you cook there. Hello, and it's food to cook. ... Are you taking stock? It looks like quite a lot. He's not taking stock. Stock would be in the pot over there. These are plates. Stupid. Actually, this might be a stock pot. So my pun was not only stupid, it was wrong. They need to take me out back and shoot me. There is indeed quite a lot. After accounting for daily necessities and emergency supplies, there's still enough to set aside in case of sudden visits from my colleagues. Does he even need food? I guess he's a mortal that still needs food. Okay. After all, my personal requirements are modest, or is he referring to not needing food there? Is that what that means? It would be a waste not to save the excess and use it to help others in need. What did you get? Lamp oil, rope, bombs. It's all yours, my friend, as long as you have the rubies. I can't believe Flins is Morshu from Link the Faces of Evil for the Philips CDI. Lamp oil candles, lamp oil candles, leather, paper, and pens, and a few bottles of strong liquor and some emergency food, of course. I think he does drink. I think the joke is that he hates water and Nuffiat only drinks water. So if they ever met each other, they'd kill each other. Sad, you know. My roster would go down by at least one. And if they got a mutual kill, well. To right, leather for mending, and this for light. Emergency food. Holy crap, there are more Paimons. Judging by your expression, I can tell you're wondering what emergency food did you buy exactly. He bought Paimon on the black market. They haven't made that joke in years, honestly. These supplies need to stand the test of time, so all of this food has undergone special processing. I assure you, unless you're on the brink of starvation, you don't want to try it. He made a 18th century ship's biscuit. To be fair, the Lightkeepers do a bit of sailing. The cured meat, for example, is as tough as tree bark, and the biscuits taste like tossed out newspaper. Yeah, it would have to be very low sugar food. A good meat jerky is not half bad. Hey, what if I like newspaper and leather? If you soaked them in milk or vegetable soup, the best you could hope for is soggy newspaper. It sounds like you're speaking from experience. Again, what if I like soggy newspaper even better? You haven't accounted for the psychos. Okay, I guess he is the psycho. Well, there are times when one has no other choice. I've tried to extract nutrients from this food before. I'm impressed he managed to eat it. Again, is he going to reveal that he doesn't need the food, or... well, eat might not be the best word to use. I have a somewhat more efficient method. Oh, presumably he turns into a lamp or a will-o'-the-wisp and just burns it? Here, I'll show you. So it's not... Okay, he doesn't put it in the lamp, but he burns it with the lamp. I suppose you could call it cooking with fire. Ha ha ha. Oh, wait a moment, how do you know what it tastes like then? Because he's tasted it to fit in, probably. There have been a few more desperate moments when I've been trapped alongside other poor souls and he can't really reveal his secret. Yeah, exactly. Funny. You should know if I were to use the method I've just shown you in front of my colleagues, it might leave them feeling uneasy. And the food is still there, so is it just a nutrientless husk? And so I have at such times been forced to attempt to swallow this food as they would. So does he eat for pleasure, or... Though try as I might, I really was unable to swallow it. In the end, I broke it down to smaller pieces, some of which I stuffed into my mouth, and some of which I dropped into my lantern when no one was looking. So sometimes he does put it directly in the lantern, okay. So I guess... Even when he's in his human form, the lantern is his true body, I suppose. Okay. So even when he's in his humanoid form, it's a projection. It's not as much going into the lamp as when he turns into a lamp, in as much as getting rid of his projection. Interesting. Fortunately, my colleagues noticed how slowly I was eating and mistook my reluctance for concern, believing I was eating less to allow them more, and then they made him eat more. After that, they patted me on the back and enthusiastically filled my arms with more cured meat and biscuits. Colleagues can be like that. Oh, and the Japanese, he did call it jerky specifically. Oh, and there was the ghost girl from that quest I'm not doing right now. Indeed, I was grateful for their noble act of kindness and can clearly remember the taste of cured meat and biscuits to this day. Much to his chagrin. Okay, still here. Okay. Yeah, there aren't all that many more. The wiki has started tracking them by version release, which is very, very nice. Daily essentials, you run to Flins as he's organizing his supplies. He tells you about his efficient eating habits. Seems cured meat and biscuits have left quite the impression on him, and not the positive sort. Gemstones reflect the light differently in different environments. Hoseki. Sorta. Treasure stones. A gem by candlelight flickers like flame. Flickering candlelight. I think Yule is here. A jewel beneath the moon seems like a tear-filled eye. Actually, it's the moon's tear from Majora's Mask, the 3DS version, specifically. There are 1,000 forms to beauty, and gems are cut 1,000 ways, such as the complexity of things both elegant and timeless. Utsukushisa, beauty. I'm in the habit of collecting these old gemstones, some are even from other nations. Feel free to enjoy this collection whenever you please. And again, with Nod-Krai, they've started giving some characters just the ability to show up in various locations around their associated locations, so I don't know if Lama will do that, but I know Ineffa, Aino, and Flins will show up in various places around the Craftshop and the graveyard. Okay. Being as old as they are, they have lost some of their glow and appear a little turbid. They cannot compare with the brilliant luster of a newly cut stone. Also, I should go and do some intel gathering with Nefer. Do be careful when touching them so as to not damage them. I've left most of them in their original casing. To be fair, it could also try a bit with Yahoda, maybe. Yeah, I'll start doing that next week, when I can see if Yahoda is any different. We'll see. And can't really see much. She's got a necklace, a smaller necklace. I guess that could maybe be a bracelet. More of a choker, maybe. And then a pair of earwings. So under here, this is the cave that the spaceship showed up in front of, and apparently is gonna have a funny ghost spaceship projection next patch Archon quest, where Skara will show up and controversy will reign in this world yet again. Very exciting. So what's in here, actually? Let's just check. This is DNA shaped. What in the Sam Hill is up with that? Oh, that was freaky. That actually made me a little nauseous. It's disturbing. Okay, this is the Wind-Worn Path. And where is it gonna put me on the other side? And what's down there? But again, this is where the spaceship was. Let's use someone who can move a little more quickly. A couple of treasure hoarders ambushed us here. That's interesting. Alright. Without Ineffa, that's right. We have no sustain. Oh, whatever. This is enough. Nothing in particular came out of beating them up. There is a shrine there? Okay. Main thing is... Let's go down here, because there's a little down by this water. Presumably we can break that and see something on the other side. Interesting. Around this rock, pick up these crystals, break them more easily. So this is just a source of Moon power. There was not anything besides that. Okay. Are we close enough? Again, we may as well just pick these up normal. And it's not as if I don't have a claymore. Yeah, well, let's take some time to break. Because they are real crystals. That's right. So the main thing is, should be able to repel and shatter these. And there wasn't much here. It was just a remarkable chest and binoculars. Twilight threaded leaves. So other than presumably this place will open up a little bit more, contain a one-time Archon quest domain. But for now, it's just, this looks like the place where the spaceship crashed from that one CG from the quest, but I guess it's nothing past that. That was kind of anticlimactic. Big thing is, behind here, there was a chest connected to a couple of enemies just sitting on the cliff. Wonder if hitting them is going to make the chest lock, so the only way to get it is pacifism, or if you have to actually kill them. Because it's open right now. The slime and the hilitrue. Yep. If we kill him... No, it doesn't rock. Nothing really happened one way or another, but we also committed an entirely pointless act of cruelty. Exciting. Yeah, has your curiosity not been piqued? Science has surely gone too far. Before I do any quests involving this, I want to see what's down here. Is that fishing? No, that's not fishing. What are we going to get? What's in here? Clearly this is a haul. I know you get a free copy of the Nod-Krai Gasha sword. And we're still above on the ground level. That's weirdly draconic architecture. Huh. I guess we are pretty... I guess that makes sense, since we are pretty close to Okinawa, and the moons were made by the dragons. Okay, whatever. So, let's try to get the local legends today. Also, that's Nacha Market, Impenetrable Vault. It is kind of interesting that Flins is a Boku type character. You would kind of expect him to go more watashi. A bit more antiquated and I suppose polite. And I can't get down from there. Oh, and there's one of you guys. Okay. Let's investigate this. Let's try to climb up, actually. It'd be funny if we could actually weave through here. Or if these lights were shortcuts we could at least break open. Because it is really strange to have these lights streaming down from above that actually don't do or mean anything. To be fair, that's kind of Bloodborne. Bloodborne did that. Okay. You are a icy crystal frost knight scion. Alright. Cool. Let's let Nefer handle this situation. Thanks. We did manage to dodge successfully. And we're almost down. Yeah, that was enough. Didn't want to use any more verdant dew-up. Really, it's not the kind of thing I'd save. Let's see. Where this way is another binoculus, and is this a way out? Oh yeah, this is actually a way out. This just links back to the surface. Okay. So whatever's going on with this cave, it's not actually quest-linked. Yeah, this is plainly dragon architecture. Again, I know that the dragons made the moons, but I was not expecting to see draconic ruins on Hiisi Island. Again, dragons, moons, Hiisi Island, most lunar, I suppose, but presumably we'll get more down here once we actually do the related quests. For now, let's begin. Well, I have the opportunity. See what's there. Also, let's just get some fish bait. I believe that... Huh? Wait, what's this? Okay, just an icy... Is that an icy stone, or... No, what is that? Did not get any moon power from that. Would have expected. Huh. Is that an icy pebble? No, it's just some weird rock. Presumably quest-related. Can I get close enough to repel that and break that? Yeah. And it was just a common chest, but it's out of the way now. So over here was another one. I believe that's going to be related to the Crab Tsar. Let's just hop down. Learn. Hi, how about you heal the team up? Hello? Pay attention to me. What? Okay, thank you. Heal the team. Okay, that was big. It seems that they need to regenerate their moon power to make that work. But, I guess that automatically starts it. Wow, it's so deep. Looks like there's an even bigger space down below. Also, I accidentally activated Thunderclap Reef when I went there as part of the Archon quest. Obtained automatically. Let me see. You go over there, it says, huh, what's that over there? If you investigate Thunderclap Reef. Well, the big thing is that there's actually basically an equivalent of Zelda's Thunderhelm that I can get by doing another quest, Power Research. Looks like there's an even bigger space down below. Mirrors, Maze, and the Tsar. The Tizar. Oh, you have to do it by approaching the pit. Okay, interesting. Well, traveler, look, there's a huge hole over there if you go there. When we first went there, okay. That's so deep, looks like there's an even bigger space down below. Hey, you two, are you trying to get yourselves killed? No, we're trying to kill something. Don't just stand there. Get over here and keep your voice down. Why is scared? Paimon shouldn't expect to find anyone else in a place like this, and why are you hiding? Should I told you to keep quiet, buddy? Not your buddy, pal. But judging by your chubby looks, I wouldn't happen to be the daughter of some Northland Faelord, would you? And again, saying that the Fae are chubby, and generally, again, some implication that Pulcinella might be a Fae. Maybe Klee. The funniest option in terms of Alice's husband would be that Pulcinella is her husband. Hey, what do you mean by chubby looks? Paimon's not chubby at all, and Paimon's not Fae either. Her adventurers Miss Paimanovna at this juncture advise that we feign. Feign what, and who is Miss Paimanovna anyway? Means daughter of Paimon, actually. That's what it means in any case. He's a traveler, Paimon's his guide. We're adventurers come to investigate this deep pit. Yes, of course, your adventure is definitely not nobility. We all need to wear some masks, am I right? But since you've all introduced yourself, I should, for my part, do as decorum dictates. Maite Value, heir to the legendary thief Reed Miller. And don't worry, that's my real name. Well, the thief, the legendary thief Reed Miller, founder of the Treasure Hoarders. So right, if you're unfamiliar, rest assured I'm a master thief, not some small-time crook. Your belongings are safe where they sit in your pockets. However, you're a terrible liar, buddy. Tell me what kind of guide leads people straight into a deep pit. We did that because we're adventurers. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, you're here for the Crab Tsar's treasure too, aren't you? Treasure perceptible brats like I see the crabby booty. Let's just play along. Question? Oh, what kind of nickname is that? That's right, you know your stuff, brother. My target is the crabby booty. It's the most precious treasure hidden in the Crab Tsar's palace below. The Twardowska's stone. Stone that can manipulate human desires. This is what I seek. Let me see. Something about... From the Kalevala, apparently. Which is basically a... Baltic Faust story. But instead of getting saved by God, he just got sent to the moon. In other words, he's Vector from Despicable Me. Oh, just hit Paimon after hearing all this talk about thieves and some Crab Tsar. This must be some kind of children's adventure game, right? So how do you know that there's treasure here? Oh, that's a Master Thief's secret, buddy. What's it gonna be? Interested in a team-up. I've already scouted out the palace routes and have a good idea where the treasure is, but I'm a Master Thief, not a mercenary. I can't defeat that despicable Crab Tsar all by myself. If I could, I wouldn't be hiding here waiting for it to lower its guard. If you're a Master Thief, why do you have to confront the palace owner head-on? Wouldn't that make you a robber instead? More of a mugger, I suppose, but that shows you're an amateur, buddy. Can't get to the treasure without defeating the palace owner, hide and cough. I mean, Hidim. It's just how things work in the business. Hidimbi? I think I heard that name. Oh, okay. Hidimbi, she was the treasure, the fortune teller who we beat up. The floral ring dancer, right? Giving her lies. That's why she thinks the Frostmoon Scions are evil. Once we get that stone salt for a good price, we'll split it 50-50, and I'll even hook you up with my informant interested. I still don't think stealing is right. Leave it to me. I'm a world-famous thief after all. Oh, I think you have to do this for Tail the Gatestone. Yeah, you have to go do the... Oh, no, you have to find a specific stone. Okay, okay. This is totally disconnected. Local legend stuff is its own deal, okay. Hook you up with my informant interested. Let's get the stone salt for a good price, but split it 50-50. Well, we already beat the crap out of your informant. Still don't think stealing is right. Leave it to me. I'm a world-famous thief after all. As long as you had world-famous in front, then it doesn't matter what comes after. Huh? Is that what you're thinking? No, we're just helpful adventurers, not thieves. Oh wait, come to think of it, our first major deed in Mondstadt was stealing the Holy Lyre Der Himmel. Huh, a world-famous thief? What are you going to say next? That you're a fugitive wanted in multiple nations. Alright, enough joking around. Even Reed Miller has never been wanted by every nation at once. Still, you're quite an interesting person, buddy. It is interesting to see characters who don't know of the Traveler. Right, let's get to it then. Stay close and don't get lost. Advance deeper into the cave. Crab Tsar's palace upper level. Don't see the lower level yet. We could... not until we do the real fight do we need to actually worry about how are we going to get the... I think if we break the rock off you, that allows us to infuse. Right? Okay. Come on. Let me just check. What do we do with these crabs again? It's been a long time since we got that. No. Okay. There's really nothing to do. Relay mechanisms, strong environment, jump higher, bullets, moon lanes. Spent so long not doing stuff here. Unipolar Crystonite. Using bots. Oh lord. Must be gathered. Assembly modules. Activate its force field. Oh no. This was months ago, but I didn't do any puzzles then. They're not that complicated, but still. Okay. Harness the power and roam freely. Some measure of assistance. Oh, pain. Don't care about the barrier. The ID card. Plating bots. Empowered state. Drop the objects. Non-operating. We don't have a conch. Okay. So somehow, I guess I'll need to get something for the Crystonite, but okay, but from where? There's not really anything around here that... This object just took it off the top of you. I guess we're just gonna have to make a run for it once we... Oh, examine the markings. Oh, there's some strange marks on the ground. Shh, keep your voice down. If I'm right, those tracks are left by the Crab Tsar. Things scarily strung in. Wait, well, never mind. Just forget I said anything. There was a cabbage in these vines? Okay. Huh. No, really. Can't get close enough, so... What do I do for that? That might be a shortcut from another side, maybe. But it... No, really, what are up with those crabs? What? Can I do something to... Small stones, unipolar fields, the rock crabs. How do you make them create the unipolar field? Crimson rock crab. Create a unipolar field, but how? How do you make them do that? Please. I'm kind of begging at this point. Do you have to just hit him a number of times or something? Or... Don't want to do animal abuse, but... What makes them generate the field? Please. Oh, it's probably environmental, but I can't get close enough right now. We're losing this. Whatever. Oh. Oh no, it's the terrifying Crab Tsar. We've been spotted. This is bad, really bad. Gotta get out of here right now. You guys make like the wind. Distracted. How is the crab running away? Understands our strength. Hey, these little crabs, are they hiding just now because something frightened them? This little crab seems to be trying to give us something. That's a rock. Interesting. No, but actually... What is the purpose of this stone? Guess we gotta take it with us. But no, really, what is its purpose? We drag that closer to us, we can use this to break through. Well, that huge rock blocking our path just shattered. Well, that's a key, alright, nothing less than I'd expect from you. Looks like these little guys can see we're on their side. Here we technically here to steal from them. Speaking of that, which that giant crustacean you mentioned, crabs are no ordinary crustacean. Well, ruthless, ill-tempered crustacean ever met, still just a crab. That should be breakable as well, right? This is weirdly scuffed. And that rock from before is gone. Did we push it onto the... Did we toss it at that there? I'm exhausted. Get some white berries. No. It's gonna double back this way, or it doesn't really seem like it. Weird. Maybe it's after we go and actually beat the Crab Tsar. Yeah, it's not on this side. Don't worry, since the crabs who blocked our path in the first place, use the crabs to get through. Let's find their favorite laka berries. What is that there? Dog is going away way too fast. That's unpleasant. Let me see. A bipolar rock. Let's lure them here with our favorite laka berries. So they'll open up some blocked paths, but other than that, who knows? Okay. They're right there, and I believe Crab Tsar drops some of those of its own. Place. Yeah, we have to lure it. Okay, cool. Discover a deep pit near the Frostmoon Enclave, and this is also Pokemon of the Moon's Oracle. Fruit is white as pearl that tastes refreshingly sweet. In the legends of the Frostmoon Scions, these fruits, like moon spirits, are a gift from the Moon Maiden, sacred symbol blessed by the new moon. Therefore, sharing and eating delicious white berries is also a form of worshipping Freaktar. Even when not associated with the divine, their promise and sweetness alone are enough to awaken one's appetite. And will this make it generate a field and break that rock? The hexagonal shape of those stones, some people think, indicates some Zhongli connection. Advance deeper into the cave. And it's just eating this, and now the field is gone. Interesting. We can't take the berry back, unfortunately. Well, you know, deserved. Destroy the obstacles. Bit reminiscent of the Wenu tunnels, and oh, another one. Okay. These are big ones beyond our abilities to destroy, presumably. Well, alright. Wonder if we'll just need to use laka berries or something. That'd be funny. But take this. Where is our empowerment state? Oh yeah, we can toss some. Basically use them as bullets. It's kind of what I thought was happening. Yes, that is what was happening. Could have just gone over this way though. So I guess we'll need to get a bullet to fling at the one at the start. Maybe. It's probably what we needed to have done. Guess we'll get another one later, but this one just pushes, or where's the empowerment? The empowerment is down there. There's a chest right here. Cool. Do wonder what's going to be on with this place once we finish out the quest. We return. We'll see. Over here, there's a bit more. That just pushes it. And then we're going to need to push it from the other angle. Right. Or... Oh, right, and then we have to bait the crab, and it'll push it the rest of the way. This is kind of Zelda. I appreciate that. The closest thing I can think about in Zelda was... In the Oracle games, you have to use mystical seeds sometimes for stuff. You had to use an ember seed to light stuff on fire, and you had to use a scent seed in one specific dungeon to break stuff, to lure some snakes over to trigger a switch you couldn't reach yourself in an Evermoon seal. Another one in Hiisi Island. Where'd I... Is that on top of the pillar? Whatever. Head to the treasure vault. Oh, and it just says where it is. Moon spirits' hidden troves. In the land where moon spirits dwell lie places of hidden abundance. The legends say that certain moon spirits gather the rarest wonders of the land and place them in secret hiding spots. Only those who win the moon spirits' favor may set foot there and claim the rewards within. Okay. That's cool. And it has remained marked. Well, not once we canceled navigation. Oh, it's still there. Huh. So it perma-marks until you open it, I suppose, and mirrors. Oh, interesting. Thank you. I let you through, but it's okay, no worries. It's there as a gentle reminder. It's nice to see you. Looks like this way is blocked, and we have our mirrors. Again, mirrors were originally meant to be an exploration tool you could obtain in Snezhnaya. In the content beta test years ago, this way is blocked too, buddy. So I thought we had abilities like this. Frostmoon weirdos do. Happy early Thanksgiving to you. Do you have big plans for tomorrow? My plan is to beat Silksong. Oh, looks like there's no way forward. Where did that big crab escape to? So this is a problem. These mirrors are left behind by those Frostmoon weirdos. Only then the Crab Tsar can travel through them. Oh, so that big crab actually went inside the mirrors. It's just a crab, so where did it learn how to do that? Well, it probably has something to do with that cursed cursed stone of desire. Better find a wall first, buddy, in case you fall over from what I'm about to tell you. I'm Maite you. I'm also a member of the Con Gang. Here to gather intel. You're also from the Con Gang. Run this Paimanovna. Hold them off. Pretending Paimon is a fey lady. Run, wait, what's so scary about that? Also, what kind of corny reaction is that? Who is Miss Paimanovna anyway? So what are you cooking? Just turkey? It's normal to react that way when you hear our name, but don't worry, buddy, I'm not your enemy. Anyway, forget about that for now. Just so you know, I've been observing this place for quite some time already. Truth is, His Majesty the Crab Tsar used to be quite docile, didn't know how to travel through these mirrors until 6 months ago. What happened 6 months ago? I guess corresponding to patch cycles, that'd be kinda... What was it? March? March was... March was volcano stuff. That was when it picked up a strange stone from somewhere and started carrying it on its back. Its temper has taken a deadly turn ever since. Evil, cruel, easily agitated. Sometimes it even uses its pincers to crush other little crabs, turning this place upside down. With stuffing on the side. Green bean. Okay. Mashed potatoes are... Do they call them taters in Texas? Is that a Texas thing? That sounds about right. Like a good cranberry. Are you aware that cranberry bogs are absolutely filled with spiders? Wait, so the treasure you're looking for is actually the stone on its back. No wonder you say we'll have to defeat it first. Oh, that's right, buddy. So is that anti-Texas or pro-Texas? It's like how Reed Miller took the Frostmoon treasure back from the greedy governor, bringing her back to her senses. Governor. The duty of a master thief. Oh, right. What part of... I remember that, but what part of Cali again? It's always been a side with the oppressed so they don't have to kneel before any crabs. So for all the little crabs. I see, is this what you wish for, ruler of Elysium? Who are you? Talking about Reed Miller's Elysium. Oh! As in San Francisco, or like Mountain View? Eek. Cough, no, I wasn't scared. On the air of the legendary thief Reed Miller. Anyway, identify yourself now. Well, she's in the mirror. She's not real. We scared Paimon for sure. Didn't expect to find anyone else in a place like this, huh? You look like a Frostmoon priestess. We're of Elysium, talking about Maite, Paimon, or me. None of us. It's Reed Miller. Oh, stop pulling my leg, brother. Do I look like a person of a verbally caliber to you? That title suits you much better, don't you think? I cross the... So like San Mateo, Berkeley, San Rafael, maybe. Oh, okay. Do people call Los Gatos Los Baños? Or is there actually a place called Los Baños? Are you making a joke about not liking California? Okay. It has been a long time since I left California. I mean, because it does just mean the baths, technically, but... I was wondering if you were making a joke, because I know that people call San Luis Obispo slow. Okay. Yeah, I used to live in San Francisco, actually. And then we got priced out. Stop pulling my leg, brother. Do I look like a person with a caliber to you? Hell suits you much better, don't you think? ... Why is she purple? So what are you doing in a place like this, buddy? Eyes up, you're all alone. Well, there's 3 of us, but she's in the mirror. We could not actually do anything to her. We are a fellowship of free people, and if you wish to seize us and take us to the Frostmoon, then you're out of luck. Been back when Snezdigrad had the legendary Reed Miller. Fear not, I am not your enemy. Still, Reed Miller, is that the name you have chosen to follow in the sublunary sphere? Oh, okay. Understandable. Yeah, my father moved around a lot when he was younger. So he and we ended up in California kind of by coincidence, because it's basically where they dropped him off. Right. Of course, anyway, I've got no interest in plots and schemes in the shadows. What exactly do you want out with it? No, there is no need for such meaningless words. You are only here for the treasure. I know that. I've known it from the beginning. Cast your gaze that way. Look beneath the mirror. When the mirror shatters, you will find that cursed object that corrupts the hearts of men. As for me... Hey, wait, don't go. Well, she's gone again. Who in the world is that priestess? Presumably one of the first Frostmoon Scions. Who knows? Those Frostmoon folks have always been kind of loony and cryptic. So is she actually a spirit inside the mirror, or is it just sort of a recording of her? But I suppose there's no other choice now. Let's follow her advice and go look that way. Advance deeper into the cave. Again, what are we going to do to break the mirror? Can we go through these eventually, or can these be investigated? It seems only on the way in were we able to investigate them. So if we walk onto it... Well, look in the mirror. Is that big crab from just now? Is it going to pull us into the mirror world? It's going to break it. We'll watch your step, traveler. That drop looks pretty steep. That's why we backed away. Priestess Lady warned us the mirror might break, otherwise someone could have really gotten hurt. Yeah, looks like she doesn't mean us any harm. Right, let's chase it down. All I gotta do is lay the smack down, His Majesty the Czar, and then we can... What'd they say? Who doesn't love food? The answer is Scandinavians. They don't actually like food. And that treasure's ours. Okay. So it's not different dialogue based on whether you're on the mirror when it breaks. Okay. Then that's the lower level. Okay. Oh, nice. Happy early birthday. On Tuesday. Got a December birthday. That's fun. I guess I'll tell Bala. She'll be sure to shout you out, I imagine. Oh, so we can break these while riding the moon lanes, can't we? Yep. We can clear ourselves a path. It's fun. And this is actually... The Winoculus is along the moon lane. Okay. Anything down there? Not at the moment. Probably, maybe on a second trip. Okay. Please. Wrong way. Okay. There we go. Let's break that, and this is going to be... Finally, one of the local legends, and there's a teleport right here. That's pleasant. So it's weaker during the quest, of course. You have to come back and fight it if you want to find the strong version. Huh? Nowhere left to run now, huh? I know these grounds like the back of my head. I can tell you we've got it cornered. Once we take it down here, this will all be over. What do you say? Are you ready, brother? I'm ready. Hold on. I need a moment to prepare. Alright, let's do this. Time to show that fellow what a proper no-holds-barred frontal sneak attack looks like. That's not a sneak attack. Right, a frontal sneak attack, but we can't even call it a sneak attack if we do it from the front. No. Not really. Calm the Crab Tsar down. Calm? Oh, there's a big rock on its back. What kind of cat? So we're in a strong moon power environment. That up there does not seem to be a way out. What if we just go around outside it? Not aggro it. Yeah, there's a big rock on its back instead of the shell that it has is the actual local legend version. Which is, I guess, why it's weaker in this form, maybe? I suppose it would make sense. Let's see what's up top here. Can't climb here, so that was kind of pointless. Marked you is in it's already attached to you, or it already tried to peel over your room. One is far more pleasant than the other. Okay, can we actually reach anything here? Is this another way out? I don't imagine this would be another way out. Is it? Wait. It's not, and it's a totally pointless... Oh, I bet this is going to open up once we beat it. Okay, so something in between. Alright. At least I don't imagine you're allergic, right? Yeah. Well, alright. Time to fight it and take that rock off its head. What if we actually do attack you from behind? Actual back sneak attack. Hi. Oh. Okay. Wait. Wait, what? Huh? Wait. It didn't... Oh, we probably have to approach from the middle. Yeah, we have to jump down. That was bizarre. Oh, it... entered the mirror. Oh, it's doing funny attacks. It's not even a real... You can't even actually sneak up on it. What the heck? What the heck? That's funny. Should emerge eventually or something. We have to break that. Speaking of which, looks like the stone fragments on these crabs and pass through these mirrors too. Okay, so we don't actually fight it normally. It's raising stones to force it out. Just have to break its mirror. This is not actually the real local legend fight. So now it's... We're gonna have to use the right mirror. Okay. Holy Ocarina of Time Phantom Ganon fight. Just gotta wait until it gives us one we can break into a fragment, I suppose. Okay. Eventually it should give us a shard. Oh, we can break those now. And when is it going to turn to a shard we can toss? Oh, that was just blocking the area then. Now we can toss and throw the second. Yeah, we're not actually fighting it normally at all, are we? It's honestly cooler that there is an entirely different quest-related version of the fight. But of course that also means it's not repeatable, so, well, okay. That's fun, I guess. Should be putting barriers soon, too, that we'll have to eliminate. Yeah, just as so. Stand away of that, and oh, here's our rock. We're on the other side this time. Just toss it. Oh no, we missed. You actually moved out of the way. You tricky thing. Where'd you go? Or did that work? Did I mess up, or did I... Huh. That's just confusing. One way or another, we can start breaking these. The crab is here now. Give us a rock to toss. Now we throw it at you. Oh, actually, as long as we can zoom onto it, it's not a problem. Now it ranks as an exit and goes to the pillar. Interesting. The big rock in the sky. It flew away. Have you come searching for me? Well, it's the priestess from before. Oh, we weren't exactly looking for you, but who are you really? It's always like this, always promising to take me away, then always leaving me behind. This time is no different, asking those questions just to give me false hope so I would stay, waiting for a salvation that will never come. Isn't that right? No, that's not what we meant. Please don't cry. We're adventurers. Please don't Nod-Krai, and we will be helping others. If you need help with anything, just tell us. You don't mind cats, but I imagine you prefer dogs. She's gone again. Who in the world is that strange lady? Don't think she's a good person, don't think she's a bad person. Whalma might know. Right, since she's dressed like a Frostmoon Scion, Whalma must know her. Let's ask her about it next time we meet, shall we? Hey, wait, where's Maite? Well, buddy, how's it going? Have you calmed down? Sai seems like it's hiding away out of regret after all the terrible things it did to the little crabs while under the stone's influence. It's kind of sad. It's alright, let it reflect on its actions. For now, those who do bad things must be punished. This is the fate of all evil rulers. Still, Palma didn't expect that stone to fly away like that. What's not a bad thing, if it actually circulated on the market, it might have hurt even more people. You have this too, and that His Majesty the Tsar has become docile. Once more, my observation notes are complete. From now on, you're the friend of the comp gain. When you dine at the Speranza restaurant in Nasha Town, just mention the name Maite. Collect my free meal ticket. No, I don't have that kind of pull yet. You'll still need to settle your bills with Big Sis Katya. Well, what's the point of mentioning your name, then? Of course there's a point. If Big Sis Katya is in a good mood, she might even buy all drinks or something. So it still depends on someone else's mood. Whimper, then, even if she isn't feeling up to it, I'll still buy you drinks and I'll treat you to a meal. Have to work a few days for the funds, though. If a promise is a promise, and one good turn deserves another. That's the rule set by the legendary Reed Millers. So take this IOU, buddy. Are you sick? Okay, or is that just a cough for emphasis? We've discovered the Crab Tsar. That's a lot of Maite's IOU. IOU note from Maite. According to her, this can be redeemed for a free meal at the Speranza restaurant in Nasha Town. Does that do anything? It doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, and actually after you do Act 2 and the Archon quest, you get a permanent discount. That's funny. Okay. Well. Okay. I imagine someone will have a catalog of all the unique interactions, so I can grab that. Let's open this up. Claim our reward. Maite's notes. That's different. This is our way out of here. Can come back and do that local legend fight too, which is exciting. Let's see what's there. I wonder if Maite will be gone when we refresh the area too. Quest is finished. The child. Yeah, the notes. Maite's notes. Notes written on pages printed with a conch pattern. These are observation notes written by Maite about the Crab Tsar before it became influenced by moon power. They contain a great deal of unverified speculation about Brachiorean society. Which means crabs. That just means crabs. Pizza, pepperoni, and as in pepperoni pizza and barbecue, or barbecue pizza. I've had barbecue pizza. Crab Tsar was right next to those weirdos, the Frostmoon Scions. They say he's hundreds of years old, and honestly, how else would he get so big? It's far, far larger than any crab I've ever seen. In fact, his home isn't a normal shell at all. It's a massive hill-like conch. Bigger than the ones you paint on our flags, it's like a tiny fortress. Stranger still, moon power-filled moss grows all over it, glowing like stars in the dark cave. Who knows, maybe that's the Crab Tsar's crown. Given all that, it makes perfect sense that the smaller crabs nearby have ended up as his subjects. Poor little things, they were always scurrying around, dragging food like labyrinths, tiny fish, and all sorts of other stuff I can't even name into the cave's depths, instead of just enjoying it right there and then. Twice I even saw them hauling back shiny pebbles and bits of moonfall silver. Maybe that's the tax they owe the Tsar. Folks say that back in the days of the Master Thief, Reed Miller, the governor sent by Siznai, used to collect taxes just like that from the people of Nasha Town. I bet what's happening here is something along those lines. Yeah, I used to make some barbecue pizzas every now and then back when I worked at a pizza place, and they were pretty good. I believe it was a barbecue chicken pizza. Instead, I'm starting to think the Crab Tsar isn't all that interested in an endless stream of labyrinths and fish. Just yesterday afternoon, I saw it emerge from its hole for a moment and move so slowly like every step weighed a mountain. The pebbles on the ground shook with each step it took, and this tiny crab came scuttling over, dragging the saddest little fish you ever saw right up to its feet. The Tsar just lowered its head, gave it a glance, casually waved one of its massive pincers. The poor panicked little crab immediately dropped that fish and scurried straight back into the sand. The Tsar didn't eat the fish, just nudged the fish aside with a smaller claw, then lay still, staring out toward the sea. At least that's what it looked like to me. I'm telling you, being a king must be lonely. All the other crabs are scared of him. They have a fortress and maybe even a crab that has no friends he can reach out to with his claws, not like the tasseled jelly can with its tentacles. Semyon says jellyfish communicate that way, so I guess crabs must use their claws for something like that. Really do wonder where it found that enormous shell. Was their king even bigger than the Tsar who lived there before? And if it keeps growing, will he move into an even grander palace next? Almost thought about bringing it some rival labyrinths to get a closer look, but maybe not. A master thief has no business getting too close to royalty. The kind of curiosity only leads to trouble. A barbecue chicken, it's a good combination. I guess it's kind of a classic then? Maybe. But I hope you enjoy it. Maite, what is it, brother? Is there anything else you want to ask about that crab? So that looks scary, but it's always been gentle. It'll probably return to normal now that the stone's gone. But for now, let's leave it to hide away and reflect on its actions. Manipulated or not, what's done is done. It still hurt all those little crabs. It's like that bad governor who went up against Reed Miller or under the mirror spell. Excuses don't change the fact that you have to right wrongs with action. The mirror thing is probably based on the Ice Queen, which is the story that inspired Frozen. Tell me about that strange stone. That's the Tordaska stone of desire, an item that can manipulate human hearts. At least I think that's the name Big Sis Hidimbi mentioned. And again, Hidimbi, she was the bad fortune teller, the evil fortune teller from the bounty board. Anyway, it's something that fell out of the skies like that giant rock over where the Frostmoon Scions live. Since it flew away, we should be safe now. So we're reuniting pieces of the giant moon pillar with the moon pillar. Okay. We're reconstructing that. Tell me about the Cot Gang. Oh, you want to learn about us, brother? Sure, oh, you're a friend of ours already. We're like a mutual aid and coordination organization for like-minded people of similar age. It's a shame that you're too old to join us, but should you ever need help with anything in Nasha 10 while I'm around and able, just call on me. It's the kids group from the boss fight event back in Nolans, some Mavikus patch cycle, I believe. About that odd person from before, you mean that purple-haired priestess? She hasn't made a move against us yet, so certainly she's not our enemy for now. Should try to stay out of her business as much as possible, though. Curiosity can prove deadly. Big Sis Katya also warned against making contact with those Frostmoon weirdos, and for good reason. When Master Thief like myself was almost caught and sacrificed to their moon goddess once sacrificed. That's not true. That was a lie from Hidimbi. Yeah, those folks are really creepy. I've heard that they take blood from different people, and just thinking about it gives me the chills. Let's leave it at that. Fortunately, the one who caught me was this naive little girl. She agreed to let me go after I told her a few stories otherwise. Wasn't scared, really. A Master Thief never gets scared. Just a word of advice for you, though. Stay away from them. Alright, I almost forgot about the informant I promised you details about earlier. All that I learned about the Frostmoon Scions I got from Big Sis Hidimbi. Again, the lying fortune teller, if you want to find her. Well, I think she's still around Noshtown. Ask around, you should find out. Doesn't sound all that reliable. She'll be taking a long break, I think, because we beat her up. There is dialogue for that. That's funny. Let me just see that there. Is that there in post-quest dialogue, or... Yeah, it's there as post-quest dialogue if we beat her already. We're actually... Maybe. Sage doesn't sound all that reliable. Says, oh, don't worry, she's super reliable. Trust in Maite and set your worries aside. She'll be taking a long break, I think. I must have met her already. I never heard mention taking time off. Oh, well, that can wait because we beat her up. Yeah. See ya. Alright, safe travels, buddy. So let's take the way out in the... Yep, that's what that was. This is our exit pathway. That's why we were able to climb up there before. But it was entirely pointless that time. Cool. And there is another quest right there. Interesting. So that's a way back down. Oh, they're meeting point rewards. That's cool. For doing our exploration. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we could get rid of that annoying notification by just picking them up now. Do I want to do an offering right now? Maybe. Did Mirror's Maze in the Tsar, and it gives us sigils. Okay. Tell the Gate Zone, give the Mirage for Green Island, echoes of an unfinished past. We could do some construction, sure. Exploration progress. Level 1 to obtain. Level 2. Let me see. So we offered a couple at once, actually. Frostmoon Enclave. So we got the Luna Treasure Compass just now already. Okay. That's fun. Quick swap enabled. Compass that can be used in Nod-Krai to search for relevant treasures and relevant clues. The sublunaries and beneath the moon. Spear holds countless unknown treasures waiting to be discovered by adventurers with courage or wit. Quick swap. Okay, cool. Exploration ability increased to 1. Meeting point level increased to 1. Exploration ability in the present area. Current area's treasures and relevant clues. Okay. Gadget swapped. So it's just a sun over there. I wonder what the... check the item. 2, 3. Meeting point construction. Progress. Get a blue feint? Lots of artifact juices. Okay. Interesting. Whispers of Faded Radiance. It's actually a pretty decent amount. Oh, construction conditions. We need a certain amount of sigils and a certain amount of progress. Okay. Point construction. So you have to both get a certain amount of sigils and a certain amount of progress. Okay. Alright, interesting. Luna sigils. Okay. Yeah, so it's a total... goes all the way up to 90, which is quite interesting. They really want you to specifically clear these out all the way. Alright. Well, we can go and talk to Catherine now, actually. And inquire into the Valiant Chronicles. Because now we can actually find the Crab Tsar. This mind infected by ancient moonlight. This ruler of crabs was plunged for a time into delirium and madness. But just as it was about to unleash its might, it suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of a thief who broke into its court, rendering it more agreeable. And so this crustacean suzerain yet yearns to clash pincers with strong foes, longing to triumph over opponents worthy of its full might. I have to shoot it down before it does a second almighty bombardment. Convert at least 10 of the Crabs are stoneborn seeds during the challenge. Okay. So now it's there. Interesting. We managed to get away for it to respawn. So it's there now. Exciting. Let's absolutely just, well... let's use our strong team for this. There is no reason to show mercy. we see. It was interesting that it was an entirely different and unconnected fight during the quest. Yeah, we will need some of this. Okay. That's cool. That's alright. You to get Dendro particles back for a llama. Save the drama for your llama. My question is it going to do its... I don't think it does its attack right away unless you're in Abyss and Stygian. Okay. Also... let's see about breaking this rock. Mama's a bit worried about that Maite girl. Let's go check on her while we're free. Which is just a way to tell you, hey, go check on the Tsar. I got this in theater with Mavica. On a melt. On Kongamato, I believe. That's what it is. Are you not entertained? Okay, and this is the purpose of that rock. Okay. I'm gonna have to pull it over somehow. Yeah, now we can toss our little bullet. The rock's still there. Okay. That's fine. So that's how you hit ones that are too far away. I am a little disappointed that it was Mavica. I have complicated feelings about Mavica. Wow, did this guy get even bigger than before? Of course, after eating all those white berries that I worked hard to find. His Majesty the Tsar is now even plumpier and chubbier than you are, Paimon. Hey, cut out with the weird comparisons. What it seems to have gotten energized all of a sudden, or should I say excited when it saw you, Traveler? Looks like it wants to challenge you. How's it feeling sore that you beat it black and blue the last time? Broke it on? How right now? There's no need to indulge its whims, really. You can accept its challenge whenever you feel like it. It's under my protection now, so listen to what I say. Now be good, sit. You saying this like it's your pet dog or something? When we're crab sitting down all the time to begin with. And again, that tells you to... What's the other dialogue? We'd said we were more excited for it. Her dialogue... Bring it on, be careful, it's much stronger than it was last time. Okay. Interesting. Let's do this fight. I'm ready. Llama here. This full Lunar Bloom team. Interestingly enough, the best team for Durin, just Durin straight, is actually... one where he's an on-field DPS, infusing his normals with Pyro with Bennett's C6 first, which makes sense, actually. It's funny that someone actually uses that. And then he's with Chevy and Fischl and Bennett, with Fischl for the Hex buffs and just doing overloads. But you can also run a team with him in Venti. He works well for Venti, actually. Something like Venti, Bennett, Varzon, Durin as well, which I think I'll use, so I have an opportunity to use Venti too. For that specific Abyss. We'll see. Let's get this started. Mavica has no place in that team. Mavica has no place in that team whatsoever. Alright, let's see how we'll handle this. Crab Tsar, Lord of the Palace. Okay. Please, ooh, I am getting eaten up. Okay. You convert number of Stoneborn Seeds. See how much damage this deals to you. It's a good amount of damage. You are quite strong. When are you going to do your bombardment? Please do not kill Nether. Are you gonna head up now, or? This is quite frightening. Are we gonna manage to kill it before it does its attack once? No, we're not. Okay, this is fine. Let's shoot you down. It's gotta get in the middle here. We should be able to detonate them all. That was very nice. Thank you. Well, we don't have enough for that, but should be good. Another Nether rotation should be good enough, and let's just hit along these. Make sure we hit all these missiles, because they are a significant force multiplier. Okay, please do not hit me too hard, and another one. We should be able to finish this off with a burst. Not quite. We need one more. Wow. Okay. Huh. Local legend version is tough. Honestly, more than I... Oh, you're dead. No, well, we survived. But we got all the achievements, too. Nefer, we will appreciate your sacrifice. We'll remember you forever. Berries. It was over in Ahita's limit. That was fun. Wonder if you have anything to say about our victory. It's funny that it just drops fruit, presumably what it ate. And do you have anything? We don't have anything to say about the fact that we just killed your pet. Well, it just vanished. It'll come back tomorrow. Okay. No, Malvika. Malvika has a place in 2 or 3 teams. She's got her melt team with Satwali, Shionen, and Bennett. She's got her Copium Vaporized team that has all the same members except instead of Satwali, you have Fiorina. She can also work pretty well in overcharged overload teams, something like Bennett, Chevy, or Ronan her. Those ones you can actually do some pretty crazy combos with because you don't have to worry about melts. Okay, we got all of them. Defeat local legend Crab Tsar, convert at least 10 of the Crab Tsar Stoneborn seeds. Shoot down the Crab Tsar before it executes its almighty bombardment for the 2nd time. Which means... Does that mean defeating it before it does that attack a 2nd time? Or just making sure it doesn't manage to actually explode before it can... You know, actually doing all the conversions? That requires world level at 9. Now, the final one requires world level at 9. Okay. So basically you have to do enough conversions. You have to convert 6 to break it down. Malvika is strong, and she honestly has one of the highest skill ceilings of any character. Because you can get some pretty crazy combos with her. But I won't pretend that I like that she's basically the best character in the game by a hilarious degree. I like build diversity. Crab Tsar, convert at least 10 of the seeds. We did lots and lots of those. We had to convert 6 just to break its shield before it executes it a 2nd time. Okay. I have complicated feelings. Because I don't like what she represents in terms of power creep. I do find her gameplay fun, and she certainly helped me a lot because I have her premium team and her signature. I just don't really like the power creep, though I do like the fact that she is actually a pretty high skill ceiling character who can get crazy amounts more damage with the right execution if you can do her combos. I need to learn those sometime. Maybe after I lose my job. They're kind of crazy to learn. But the power creep aspect of her, I don't really care for. She's really hot, though. But I will also say that as a character, she's honestly not all that interesting. But in 2024... Was that a time zone thing, or...? Yeah, right? So I got her on a Wednesday, because you got her on the Tuesday of. Okay. Right, the earliest possible, okay. Let's fight Sigurd. There should be a new area in 6.3, apparently. The Lightkeeper Island and the Wild Hunt Hellscape Island up here. And that should also mean new local legends, which is exciting. Also... Yeah, and mine is just nothing. Mine's trash. You can have a 2nd Malvika. But Durin is kind of okay, come on. Kind of, sort of replacing Malvika on teams where she's just a sub-DPS. At least, and especially if you Hexencircle with her. Well, with him, with Durin. Yes and no. The big thing is that her premium team isn't it only really matters in the sense of getting easier fighting spirit if you're on a non-premium Mavica team, which is good for you because you're not running her premium team. But if you're running, say, Shilin and Satomi Bennett, you're capping out on her fighting spirit even at C0 without any issues because of the Night Soul consumption on that team if you're doing your rotation right. So it means nothing for the premium team, but it's quite good if you're not running premium. I don't know if her Overload team gets it. I don't know about that part, but regardless, it's not bad to have. It's closer to her C2, which is... What's her C2? Bababula. Someday... Yeah, Satwali's nice to have, but she'll come back around again. Yeah, this is good. It's just more damage. Now that ain't half bad. That's 90% increased damage. As an additional multiplier, presume, and that... Per fighting spirit, that's... Let me see. 200 attack, kinda... It's an okay-ish damage increase. That would be effectively be... I just don't really use crowns that much. I use them on Bennett and Zhongling Burst and not much else because I've got so many characters. I can't really afford to just be using them all willy-nilly. Okay. Well, there's this Sigurd quest now, too. Should do that. The Bell of Morning Echoes. The Bala of Morning Echoes. A warrior who walks the abyss seeks to carry out an as-yet unfulfilled oath. Head to Nashitet and look for Lightkeepers to learn more. Are they in the bar? They're actually not in the bar. Huh. Yeah, I prioritize getting every character to 999 before I crown. Or at least I should. I crowned Bennett and Zhongling's Burst because I thought it would allow me to get some kills on the Super Boss event from a couple years back. About 2 years ago now, at this point, kinda. But it didn't actually make the difference, unfortunately. Yeah. Gushne and Sukovik. Just a moment, if you don't mind. There's something Paimon wants to ask you to. You present the items you obtained earlier to the 2 Lightkeepers. So tell them about how a strange figure dressed in Lightkeeper garb fought by your side to repel the Wild Hunt. What French songs? But they were the pieces of the Long Night's Oath artifact set as quest items. The one for Varsa. Oh, Querbs. Okay, I need to play that. Yeah, when I got fired. Could have been Sigurd. He hasn't been able to rest in peace even until now, it seems. If only I could cut it out. Gushne, this is not your burden to bear alone. As long as the hunt exists, you will continue to fight them. All we can do is to fulfill our mission as best as we can. So the Sigurd, he used to be a Lightkeeper as well, right? Yes, he was a formidable master Lightkeeper, and when the Wild Hunt swept over Nod-Krai, he fought valiantly till the end. It's said that even mindless beasts flinch when they hear his warning bell. Chilled to the bone and too terrified to press onward, and yet you two somehow managed to recover his relics. How curious. If you can, please take those relics to his grave. While he's near the eastern battlefield ruins on Lempo Isle, will do. Thank you, may the day soon come when his spirit may rest. If and when I play it, I'll definitely do it on max difficulty. You know how it is. Take the relics back to Sigurd's grave. Please take those relics to his grave. It lies near the eastern battlefield ruins on Lempo Isle. May the day soon come when his spirit may rest. We will be in your debt. Yeah, I would. And you'd get to see me fail or succeed. It'd be entertaining either way. So basically, and this is just... We had to take down some Wild Hunt sites, which we did during the Archon quest last patch, actually. And interacting with the grave is what makes the local legend version show up. I wonder how different the quest version will be. Don't imagine it could be different, that much different in the way that the crab was. You got the Sumeru wings, not the Xbox wings. Those are for Nahida. This must be Sigurd's grave. It's the only one around after all. Let's clear the flowers anyway. Let's give his stuff back to him, shall we? Let's clear the area. You can also put Sigurd in the water, actually, but you basically need to be using Animo Traveler, which is really funny. Also, just pick this up. Now that we're actually doing stuff exploration-wise, I'm not gonna leave it behind. Check Pro Aris et Phosis. For something is focus. That means, actually, it means for hearth and home. Because he protected his home. I wonder if that's a House of the Hearth thing. Probably not. Return the relics. Dyed tassel. Horn unwinded. An ancient heavy helmet is an heirloom that bears the mark of a venerable lineage of northern warriors. A horn that was horn unwinded. Horn that was once used to summon those who had sworn oaths long since lost its purpose, and that's the circlet, the goblet, and the sands, undying one's morning bell. The bell of morning echoes. A bronze belt that was carried by a warrior who strode the dark abyss. Its peal can be heard on pitch-black nights. But again, presumably these are, yeah, they're just Sigurd's items. That's interesting. The artifact set itself is based on Sigurd. But this also confirms, of course, that the ones we get from domains are replicas of real things and not the things themselves, as if it wasn't clear enough. But the flower and the feather are presumably on him. Flower, feather, Jaska. Okay. The wild hunt permeates. Traveler, do you hear that? It sounds like. Do you pursue the wild hunt or do you hunt with them? Ready up, leave for now. Let's fight him. Pro Aris et Phosis. And that completed the quest, actually. Interesting. We don't have to beat him to finish the quest. Huh. We just had to return those. So I guess there's no gimmick version of the fight. Pro Aris et Phosis, though the light of life is faded, the radiance of his unyielding will endures. So I guess we gotta switch out. We can switch out to the real party we use for Flins now. So what's different about New Game Plus? Do you keep your levels and... Let's do this. Sigurd, the one who swore to hunt the hunt. We've discovered Sigurd now. It took us long enough. He just shows up right away. This was a bad time for that. Oh goodness. It's out of the way of your funny catching attack. But Aino is now having energy issues. That is not good. And you are going all around. Actually, you just dropped. Okay, I did not think that was what happened there. That was funny. But he can be moved around. He's moving on around a whole lot more than he did last time for me. No. Are you going to use your funny big attack? Yeah, you are. We gotta move out of the way of that and not get hit. Come on, come on. Are you in Wild Hunt mode now? You're in Wild Hunt mode now. Gonna summon your ads in just a minute, then. Gotta make sure we destroy them all before you can use them to heal yourself. Come on, get around here. And now, we can take them all down. We should be able to. We gotta be smart about that. Didn't we? I think so. I really hope we didn't just let one heal. And you fell. That was fun, too. Let's finish this off with a nice big rotation. Everyone is here. We even got Sucrose's... Oh, goodness. Come on. Please don't heal. Let us kill you. So it was me, but now it's finally over. Avoided letting them heal, too. Nice. Put him to rest. Got all the achievements, too. Fun. Side quest. Quest items. Relationship levels reset. Enemies stronger. Exclusive rewards and loot. Interesting. I didn't think it would be a loot-focused game. Are there extra bosses on a repeat playthrough, or... I'm surprised relationship levels would be reset, though. Oh, and it's showing their map location. That's fun. It's the map of the palace. This is his gravesite. Souls is like that. You did play Dark Souls 2. You know, you can go up to New Game Plus 7, and you can keep going past that, but it doesn't get any harder past that point. A valiant warrior who resisted the dark calamity in ancient days, though his life's spark has been extinguished, his unbending will is yet to fade, and those who swore to become hunters of the wild hunt continue his endless battle even today. Dark Abyss's corrosion is seeped into his marrow, causing him to lose his way, but the desire to defend hearth and home, pro Ariset Focis, will surely reignite, reawakening him to continue a bitter, eternal battle. Beat him. Didn't get hit by the big AoE, and we beat his minions before we ate them. Fun. So, there's a long quest to unlock Raskolnikov. Okay. Let me see. There's the local legend. It's got a cool little short sword. I like that. It's shorter than even regular enemy swords, really. Okay, so his lamp comes out when he's about to eat them. Okay. Okay. But not if you kill them all. Alright. Because he doesn't do the Demon's Bane strike until... Okay. In Phase 2, but that's when he starts summoning. So there's Phase 1, this is Phase 2. This is kind of a Phase 2, but it doesn't really have a phase transition. Okay. So next, it would be... The Shoemaker's Children Go Barefoot. Sounds kind of freaky. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. First Genshin quest sponsored by WikiFeet. I didn't say that, I'm sorry. I mean this in the best way possible. It reminds me of nothing so much as a serious Mario and Luigi game. Okay, so... Shoemaker's Children Go Barefoot should be around here, I believe. Can use... This team has all the most recent character releases. Sarda and Ineffa, I guess. It's up top here. Let's see. No, I mean that in a good way. That Mario and Luigi's combat system is great. And it's more or less a serious, non-silly game with a Mario and Luigi-style combat system. That is a good thing. It's an incredibly good thing. Also, this spot over here is going to be where they put the big Land Cruiser boss next patch that Durin is going to use. So let's just see what that looks like right now for documentation purposes. For documentation purposes. I guess they do that. They document. Down here we just got a couple of used guys. Let's get that treasure chest. But this little mining cave is supposed to expand a bit. So, cool. Thank you. And, oh, alright. Come on. And you're down. Come on. Out of the way. This should be enough to take you out. Oh, hello, long time no see. I guess I will drink water if you really say so. It's good to see you. Just showing off the spot that will be Durin's boss is Arena next patch, kinda. Kinda, I guess. But again, it's gonna get expanded. The boss is not in here proper. I need to think about something. That reminds me. I should go find someone I can pay to make me emotes or something. Maybe, probably. Because I just have a few headshots that I've been using. I enjoy turn-based games too. But I still play FGO, and that satisfies my turn-based fix, but it's just for various reasons not really a good game to stream. But that's what I play for my turn-based fix, but apparently the new Mario and Luigi was pretty good, but it was not really a classic Mario and Luigi game. There were a lot of things that it shirked in terms of series traditions. The biggest one, honestly, being that the final boss is not Bowser. Veroslava. Hey, what kind of unfamiliar new around here aren't you? Yes, I'm your longtime nemesis. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm saying this for your own good. Don't go poking around the Design Bureau, especially not on the second floor. But your moon power exposure can cause anything from headaches to full nausea. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah, again, in a different kind of way. Respawns as a regular Oproshniki Grenadier. Interesting. I heard they carried someone out of there a few days ago. Poor guy, getting posted that close to a moon power device really is asking for trouble. Interesting. So eventually she turns into an enemy respawn if you fight her. That's fun. Yeah, the jumping, I guess, and the jumping and hammers in Mario and Luigi could roughly correspond to dodging and parrying then. Anything? Okay. Really? Of course everyone who works in there gets an extra serving of apple cider. Think about it, if it weren't bad for health, well, they bribe people with something that good. Besides, I saw it with my own eyes in the Frostmoon Scions territory. Their priestesses grow horns on their heads. Seriously think that's normal? That is not really connected. I see, thanks for the warning. It's awful, we turn into monsters too, so they always send the newbies in to do the risky stuff. Just be careful, don't stand there too long, alright. Told you not to stand there for too long, while you're still running around like that. Aren't you even a little worried about the side effects from all that moon power exposure? Seriously, you think I've taken a wrong turn? This is a military zone. If you've got business here, get on with it and not quit wandering around. I am. I've picked up everything of note. Yeah. Picked up everything of note here. There's no worry about that then. But now we can fight her, and she'll turn into a normal enemy after. Not at all, is not as weak as you are. Huh, is way too sassy, part of our recruitment profile nowadays. Wait a sec, you're not one of the new batch of newbies. Must be a spy, everyone sees them. Too bad. We're not that weak. Okay, and that just eliminates you. See ya. Let's pick up your warrants, and you kept falling for a long time. Stuck on the terrain. And the other dog paths we could have chosen were... From the very start, we could have said... Is this all the mighty Fatui are capable of? Way too sassy, the same way too sassy. And if you say, I'm your longtime nemesis... I thought you could infiltrate into D, too bad I've seen right through you. Seize them. It's an enemy assault. All units attack. Yeah, but now she's just an additional spawn of an Oproshniki. That's fun. So in that case, what do I need to do to get up to the top level and start that quest? Or do I just go around from this side? Curious. Oh, we can call that. Okay. Hello. Our recruits, Azalea, latest recruitment drive, put some pep in those steps. Training is about to start. Everyone in position, get in a line, report. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's your turn. What are you staring at? Fatui Task Force Rookie. 5, 3, 6, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fatui dogs can lick the floor. 6. Not bad. Your next task is to patrol information. Don't think you can suck off once you get there. Now about turn, stay in line. Be watching it like a hawk. About turn. We can actually follow them. Oh, that's hilarious. I like cold weather to an extent because I just handle it better. Right turn. Which way are you turning? So what do we have to do with this? These are some really fun interactions, actually. If we had right turn, well, these new recruits aren't halfway bad. Interesting. So, what are we going to do to actually prompt her to fight us? Fights and defeats her, she disappears from her post. Players in position. Patrolling continues at normal. Okay, so you fight and defeat her. Probably after a daily reset or something. Alright. So I guess we'll take the lift up. The elevators are fun. Again, this place is more a little reminiscent to me than the Canis Field from Xenoblade Chronicles. I would say my favorite season is probably Sprinterfall, though. Because when it gets too cold, I think this is where I'm supposed to stand. Why are you crouching? Doing the Slav squat. When it gets too cold, it gets too cold in the house, too. If you made it, it was real stickler back, nervous back there. Instructor's real stickler for discipline. And you, it's like so exciting, we're finally on duty. So I guess we'll just tank this up here, and then we can get to Raskolnikov, in theory. Lift activated. These new recruits aren't halfway bad. They're all the way bad. The whole way. 100%. Fully. Thoroughly. And so this is where it starts. This is where we're going to start our infiltration. Half-hearted Fatus. I say let's end the verification of this batch of supplies here. I mean, there haven't been any major issues anyway. Serious Fatus, that won't do it. It is our duty to follow the regulations and confirmed no issues. And are we going to have to sneak in there? Could we do it as ourselves, or do we have to use a bot? So I knew there wouldn't be any. Can we go now? No, we have gotten inside those. At least as part of a quest. In the Archon quest, we use it as an elevator. Let's go. Bird. The bird went inside. Huh. That puffin got locked up? Oh, though it went in by itself. So in that case, wouldn't be transported inside this building. So this starts as an attempt to save the puffin. That's fun. Oh, there's a cream cake bowl just right outside there. So I thought that would be harder to find. So the only ones left would be the meeting point one and the anecdote one, I believe. There's one from a meeting point, one from an anecdote, and... let me see. Cream cake, we need to encounter anecdote a bit more. Friends of Moly Valley, construction, anecdote, and... those are the ones left. Okay, right. So the quest isn't started yet, has it? That is interesting. That's actually flat. It looked kind of like a hole. Let's open this up. Enter the container. And this will take us inside. Okay. Weirdest roller coaster I've ever been on. Wonder what the safety procedures are. They're just gonna drop me. Unfortunate. Wah wah. Is this gonna be an instance version of the Bureau, or enter and explore the Moonpower Design Bureau? That actually starts the quest. Well, Palman wasn't expecting it to be so easy to get inside. Since we didn't come in the usual way, we should probably be careful to avoid the Fatui. And I guess this is the way we're going to get in this time. The first time around, there was a broken spot in this duct. I don't know if it'll be here outside the Archon quest. Because that was the Archon quest instanced version. Regardless. Investigate. Eagle Feather. Rye and Radish.
Yeah.
Go in here and... another tube, or... oh, the puffin is there. Okay. Let's... oh, this is part of East of the Moon, West of the Sun. Okay, interesting. So these are, right, they're all connected to the cognoscenti artifacts, then. You can get some items that look similar to artifacts, but don't correspond to any set we had that are very Reed Miller oriented. Apparently, the next artifacts that we're getting in 6.3, there's going to be a Columbina sub-DPS artifact. Apparently, or at least a Nod-Krai dedicated sub-DPS artifact, rather than a buffing support set. And then... my hot take on hot takes is that people need to do them more. I made that redeem for a reason, and it disappoints me at how little it gets used. People are spending all their stuff on telling me to drink water. Do you really want me to pee that much? You don't even get to hear it. But it costs us 4 times as much. You could hear my opinions on things. Well, I guess you hear a lot of my opinions already. That's the facility on Paha Isle, which again literally means evil, seems to hide many secrets. And then one for Hexarat Magus characters. Let me see. I don't even remember how that's pronounced. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. We could be killed, or worse, expelled. It's been so long since my British accent was anything good. Unfortunately, it's been a long... Actually, very fortunately, it has been a long time since high school theater. Let me see. So there is that console over there. Operating the cleaning bot, but... I can go inside there, but what is that going to do? Clearly, we're supposed to go follow that puffin, I imagine, but there's a door right there. There's something that way, but clearly we've got accessing cleaning bot operating system. Not there, at least not yet. This is fun. There's a chest in there. There's a ladder in there. So clearly we're going to have to open this side to allow us to get through to the treasure chest. And this is a, let's say, key card. Oh, right. We're just picking the key card up and putting it back up top. And then we'll climb up and descend that ladder, I imagine. Okay, cool. Now the door's open. That was easy. It's Pip Pip Cheerio, not Chip Chip Cheerio. Unless you're making a joke on purpose, in which case that was pretty good. I'll give you 3 points. 3 points for that one. Ah. Here's our exquisite chest, and now we gotta climb back up. Yeah, exactly. Maybe in 5 years there'll be a real emote there. So that you can say that instead of having to settle for the cropped headshots from the reference sheet. Okay. Let's keep going. We should be able to unlock the Raskolnikov fight and do that today. Oh! We are above some people. Chetty Fatou, say the good old Porosheik. The officer collecting the proof of the cognoscenti. Think that counts as an abuse of power for personal gain. I mean, we're here on a mission. The heck are we doing? Digging holes for him like moles. This is a reference to Louis Sakhar's famous kids' book, Holes. It's not. Okay, Porosheik means lieutenant, or if you're British, lieutenant, in which case die. What happens up there, Taciturn Fatus, is none of our business. Do you think reporting it to the higher-ups will do anything? Because it seems to me like they don't like Lieutenant Raskolnikov up there either. Maybe my report's just the opportunity they'll need, and it's Raskolnikov. His name is a reference to the brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky, I believe. It is a good book. It's a good book. You should keep these words to yourself. Huh? What are you trying to get ahead of me? It's low of you real low. Sigh. I believe that was... They were either Latvian or Lithuanian, I believe. And whichever those was, that was how I as a kid discovered that Latvia or Lithuania existed. Let me see. Shoemakers. Let me see. It's actually a decently long one. Destruction. Initiate an alarm. One wave of reinforcements that do not drop loot. So there's no point to that. Okay. Vent shaft gear, great. Okay. Who's in that movie? Side grate. Something about interacting. To hear some more dialogue somewhere. We're gonna listen from that side, or... Oh, the puffin. Hello. You aren't doing much of anything. If we wanted to be really mean, we could kill that puffin. Though that would be really, really mean. I think that shaft is gonna have the dialogue, maybe? Maybe. Identified as an intruder. 20 seconds. Stop reinforcements from coming. That's fun. Where'd you go? Oh, they didn't drop any loot, huh? We got a chest, though? That's nice. You count it as an animal enemy. That's foggy. Didn't think they'd have any element. So what side grade? There should be a side grate that we can listen to some dialogue in. It may be here. So let's navigate. So we can see where they want me to be going. I think it's... Okay, I think it's over here. Apparently there was nothing on those floating rocks. That's kind of sad. Okay. There we are. Cool. I could have triggered some verdant dew if I'd cared to. Oh, whatever. Should be. Oh, we can listen over here. Exciting. Next up, be optimistic. Told me deserved to obsolete. Who would even think of hiding a secret savings in a place like that? Sessional in the ventilation duck's eye. Accountably pessimistic. Keep it down. Woo. Ducks aren't safe either. Someone got their hands on her stash. You might not notice for months. Locked up nice and tight, no way, and would snatch it, and there's a chest. I got the only key, so even for someone as pessimistic as you, tell me you're at success, someone sneaking through the fence right now, listen, and us need to lay off those read-teller stories. Well, that is exactly what's happening, unfortunately for you. Oops! This is very slapstick, I like that. Then... he said, stash it all the ventilation ducts like I do, the lieutenant would never have found it. Half of me wants to start saying lieutenant, just as a dumb, annoying gimmick. But then the British might start asking things, and then I would have to explain that I think British people are silly. And then they would take me out back and shoot me, and that would be unpleasant. So I did not mean to fall down. So that's a verdant dew. Nice. That also procs some spreads. Fun. So that was intended to drop us down. Okay. Interesting. I wonder, I mean, I was gonna say, ask people about that. You can find opinions all sorts of places. Don't offload your thinking onto a computer. At least offload your thinking onto other people if you need to offload your thinking. Leave room for humans. But then I was gonna say, you could at least, at the very worst, you could go find a Reddit. Though to be fair, the AI probably stole its opinion from Reddit. But I don't know what it would even be thinking about there, or what opinion it would be stealing there other than, I guess, classic World of Warcraft. That is probably what it's referring to be honest. And it... up a level. Okay. We go up. Oh, we can go down. Something down there. Let's use this cleaning bot. The only MMO I ever played was LEGO Universe. Damage exiting operating system. I wonder if we could take multiple hits. No, we can only take one. What if we tried to hop down the shaft? We left the area of operation. Exiting operational range. Great. This isn't difficult, it's just pay attention. Okay, so we have to move with it. But where and when are we going to get an ID card? Dropped it down. Do we have to get inside it, or? It's weird. Block the lasers. Oh, we can pull it from this other side. Wait, what do we have to do to... Oh, we have to move it with us to scan on each side. Which means... go under. That's one. And then we're gonna have to go inside the box, use it as an elevator to pull it up here. Oh, this is actually really cool. Surprised they had that juice in them. And this will open it up. Now it's been fully scanned with the ID card. And we can actually open it as the bot. Who knows how that gets back to us. But regardless. So we can't actually access this little passage at all ourselves, only as the bot. Oh, that's crazy. I figured we'd be able to open it eventually some other way, but no. We can open the chest as the bot because we're only able to access it as the bot no matter what. This is actually really cool. I like this. Oh well. Yeah, Disney is definitely falling off. I say this not as a condemnation of Kingdom Hearts, because I'd love to play them eventually, but Disney actually acknowledged Kingdom Hearts for the first time about 10 years ago. And I think that was the first time that they were falling off, because they had this bizarre sense of pride that made them never acknowledge it no matter what beforehand. And they decided, you know what, we're going to actually acknowledge it. And I think that was a sign. But I think we talked about this before, but there were a bunch of design documents for that Wish movie that showed it as potentially being a lot more interesting than it ever ended up being. There was a humanoid design for the star, and all sorts of actually... Basically, the plot was going to be a bit more complicated, at least. The design's more interesting, and it wasn't going to go into multiverse slop that nobody asked for. And then they just did more design by committee, and it ended up sucking, of course. As an intruder, stop reinforcements from coming. Great. Okay. Okay. No shield. And now, there we go. That's good enough. Alert lifted. Well, they 100% do. Because they're entirely pointless. It shows that they have no respect for animation as a medium anymore. There was a quote-unquote conspiracy theory that isn't really a conspiracy that says that more or less they sent out Treasure Planet to die and basically tried to make it lose money, or at least show as losing money, so that they would have an excuse to abandon 2D animation. And then, I guess with that kind of approach, makes sense that they'd abandon 3D animation too. But I think you might have heard that before. So we went another direction. So this is just... Oh. This was the core that we destroyed. It's part of the Archon quest. What is this doing? New World's Prelude. I'm biased. I think they should stop using it altogether. But it... I guess it depends on what you think games are for. It's a fundamental question of intent. New World's Prelude. Just as the frontier folk weave their prayers in a verse beneath the moonlight, craftsmen of the north temper defiant ambition to steal as cold and bright as moonlight. When the moon sets alongside the long night, as in the Lightkeepers, the thing that tears apart the old world may well be hailed as the dawn of a new one. Interesting. But the long night is presumably also referring to the Abyss, so... What is meant to be through here? We're approaching from a different direction. Yeah, but that's exactly the point, is that it's just an excuse. Pretending as if they have no choice, and I would like to think that there is still space in the market to make a high-quality product and be rewarded for making a high-quality product, instead of becoming a slop vendor. Because without a human aspect to it, it's just sort of, what are you doing playing games? Yeah, individual artistry is what appeals about video games to me, at least. You know, I have a lot of respect. There was some controversy about it when Eurogamer gave... I don't even really know. I know that Arc Raiders is a co-op shooter, and that's all I know about it. But I know that it got a lot of criticism for the AI voices, and Eurogamer in particular gave it a massive penalty on its review score because of that, and I respect that. Because again, what it means for the industry, and literally just humans having a place in the industry, is not good. It's just... And again, I think a lot of it is a fundamental question of approach and intent. It's, you know, what are video games for you? Why do you play video games? What do you like about video games? I suppose... What AI can do is create an entirely personalized experience, I suppose. But I would not even really call that all that desirable. Because if it's something that's just totally made up on the spot, it can't reflect individual intention, artistry. It can't have any real intent to it. It's gonna be slop. And again, it depends on the reason you play video games, what you want out of video games. But there inherently can't be intention or meaning from something that's just algorithmically generated. I guess if actual artificial, you know, advanced general intelligence ever became a thing, it would be interesting to see what it created. But that would be something it created. I don't think you could really talk about it being any kind of creation of a human dev team. I think that could be interesting, but it would be interesting in a very different kind of way. Okay, if we fell down here, would we die? No, we can actually fall right through. And, of course, the treasure chest from the instance version of Paha Isle is entirely gone now. That chest is gone forever. Amazing. Okay. Just want to see. And there's nothing to this. This is just a way to drop down to the moon surface. Okay, cool. That's alright. That's alright. Yeah, I think it certainly needs to be considered in the sense of a penalty, like Eurogamer did with their review of Arc Raiders. But is Arc Raiders an extraction shooter? I know it's a shooter, but I know it's a co-op focused shooter. Kind of like Helldivers, but okay. Maybe, but I think even that sets a dangerous precedent. Because again, especially in America, where everything, and I mean everything, is currently being scrapped and the copper wiring ripped out of the walls in the economy, encouraging people to try to eliminate humans from the development process is going to lead to further slopification of everything. You're gonna get a worse product. It's bad for the developer, it's bad for the consumer. The only person it is even theoretically good for is the profiteers. And I am not particularly fond of making their lives better. So, was there anything else around here? No, there wasn't. That just linked back to the reactor room. Right. But when I hear extraction shooter, I just think of Tarkov. And there was a recent leak, I suppose. It was very scant. I don't know if you could even really call it one, but saying that Duskbloods, which is the FromSoft game coming out next year, exclusive to Switch 2, which is fine by me, I have one, has been worked on for 6 years already, one of the longest dev cycles FromSoft has had, for better or worse, and is apparently one of their most ambitious projects in a long, long time. The big thing is that apparently Miyazaki, the FromSoft director, though he's not the main director of Duskbloods, has been really into Tarkov lately. And Duskbloods is apparently going to be a sort of hybrid PvE-PvP game, depending on the match. So it might have extraction elements. So many chests, try to check if there's anything good inside. I've never played one. I wouldn't really know. I am open to all sorts of things. I just don't have a lot of time these days. Talk to Paimon. Can we... Those are not physics objects. I don't imagine we can do anything about that. It's a Land Cruiser blueprint. Battle Royale. I'm not a big Battle Royale guy either. I had fun with Lego Fortnite. Well, that was Lego Fortnite. So 2 out of the 3 of the chests are open. Oh, probably because the girl. They're all empty. This is the only one left. Weary voice. You've looked up and down and haven't seen hide or hair of that thief. Where in the world could she be hiding? Cold voice. Maybe she's got what she wanted and already made the big escape. Oh, that's not gonna look good on our monthly reports. Let me tell you, or Lieutenant Raskolnikov's. Someone's approaching. Let's hide. Ah, that container looks like a good spot. Oh, she's gonna be in that container already, is she? Hide in the container nearby. We can't open that yet, huh? Okay, and that one isn't even a physics object. I don't know if we'll ever be able to open that, huh? Yeah, she's gonna be in here, right? Sorry, this spot is already taken. Quick, traveler, scooch over a bit, make some room for Paimon. Well, what are you doing? Huh? For some reason, the container seems to already be occupied. It's also clear that current occupant is most displeased to have uninvited guests. Ow, traveler, are you okay? Furious Fatus, what hole did you all crawl out from? Calm, Fatus, look, isn't that the thief we're looking for? This is... Oh... Nadoshka or whatever, and... Does she have this short girl-sized model, or is it between that and the little one? Give it back, you, that's my treasure, give it back. What treasure? We didn't touch anything, we haven't even opened the last chest, we haven't opened any of them. Do you take us for fools, putting on this uneven spoil split act in front of us? We'll take them all in, both her and her accomplices. Oh wait, we don't even know her. I'm here on a Harbinger's orders. I was passing by and saw the chests. Pick a more convincing lie, would you? That still makes you a trespasser, and we arrest those two. Time to beat you up, and how does she fight? All your fault. This coast getting my hands on it. Paimon has no idea what you're figuring out. Trout, we need to find a way to get out of here. As an intruder, stop reinforcements from coming. What does the toolkit talk about? What's that? It is good. They added some more weapons in the updates, which are really cool. I just haven't had a chance to play it in a long time. Bulging toolkit accidentally taken from the girl while trying to hide in that container. It's unclear what tools are inside. Maybe we should figure out a way to return it to her. She has got some water on her. Okay, cool. I do not care about the reinforcements. Now they're all gone. They added dual pistols, dual daggers, which were just a better version of the normal dagger with more DPS. And, because again, the enchantments in the game are all flat damage, which means DPS is king. They added a hammer, which despite being slow is good, because it's got crazy AoE, and then dual pistols, which I already mentioned. They're all part of the superhero stuff they added, which is separate from the survival mode. But you can craft it in the survival mode too, and they have survival mode only variants, because you can't get them to legendary in the superhero mode. But I would like to return to it sometime. Hey, where do you think you're going? Oh, you weasel trying to ditch us. So what you want, a true master thief only has her eyes on the treasure. I couldn't care less about anything else. She looks a bit smaller than the normal medium girl model. That way, hurry. I think it will at least get nominated, just out of obligation. But I think there's a good chance that it is actually just not a very good game. Because, in part, because AAA stuff is almost universally just kind of sloppy these days. And two, they killed off a lot of their dev teams some weeks ago to bust Rockstar's unionization effort. And it probably caused the delay that they just put in. It got delayed, probably because they fired a bunch of their dev team. Stay put. More fighting. Great! Defeat the Vitui. Oh, and we don't have time for this. Annoying. And we are at a cooldown. Okay, whatever. Let's dodge that. No, we can... Never mind. We don't even have a... Stupid. Just gonna have to hit you normally, huh? Dumb. As the Hydra was gone, we didn't get our lunar charge. That was cutting it close. Phew, finally, we're safe, at least for now. Oh, just a rotten luck. Paimon never would have guessed that the container contained a thief the Vitui were chasing. Wouldn't be in such a mess if it weren't for her. Right now the chest is gone, we had to fight the Vitui. We had to fight the Faitui. We had to fight the Hoktua. I'm sorry. Oh, and she even accused us of taking some treasure of hers. Well, as lies and slander, the more Paimon thinks about it. Speaking of, what's this? Her toolkit. Something I swiped in the dark just now. Huh. Is this the treasure she mentioned? Oh, what should we do now? Let's take it to the lost and found. Let's just leave it here and pretend we didn't see anything. Huh, maybe she'll come back and look for it, but will she really? Yeah, Paimon wouldn't have cared as much if it were just an item from a chest no one owns. She'll find a way to return it. As long as it's returned to its rightful owner, everything will be fine. We've probably caught the attention of the Fatui here, so let's keep it on the down low to make things easier, yeah. Look for a way to exit the room. I'm gonna have to use this console, I presume. A cleaning bot on another side will open it up. Let's go on next door, treasure hunters again. A lot of sure have been caught, sure, just focus on your own work. We will swipe the ID card because you're not paying attention. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Can open this one, but there's no ID card spot here. And that's out of range. Look for the owner of the lost item. It's over that way. Well, let's just use this. It's nice and fast. Got a chest from that too. Another bot here. Let's see. Exquisite chest. Oh, we have to climb over up top. Okay. Ochre. Not a bad collection item, he said. Roughly. Nothing into that great. That is nothing. I've still never actually played a GTA game. Am I missing much? Let's just lock her up. The closest I got was a Lego City Undercover on the 3DS and the Wii U. And I didn't beat the Wii U version. I only beat the 3DS version. That could be fun to do. Still got that Wii U. And it is HDMI compatible. I could hook it up to the capture card. It's a bit bulky, though. Yep, poor Lieutenant Raskolnikov's orders. Did he say Raskolnikov? That's Lieutenant Raskolnikov to you, thief. Show some respect. Forget about her. Where was the chest? They've delivered it to the archives. Oh, Bakunin. Bakunin was a Russian anarchist. And a rhetorical opponent of Marx. But he's downing another cup at the flagship right now. Is that a reference to... What could that be a reference to? Yeah, literally just... Bakunin. I don't think there are any other famous Bakunins other than that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but GTA 6 is definitely getting nominated. Bakunin's on leave today, but isn't another cup at the flagship right now. Nasha Town Bar. He sure knows how to enjoy life. Let's just leave the chest in the dormitory for now and worry about it tomorrow. I do wonder if that chest is gonna get openable eventually at any point. Maybe. Gonna have to free her for better or worse. Got a cleaning bot right here and an ID card. Can we beat you up? Yeah. For some effort, he convinced the Vishui guard to go take a break elsewhere. Didn't even have to fight him. It's just one. Okay, talk to the girl. It's actually just free her already. Presumably that'll depower the stuff. Oh, the console is not available until we talk to her anyway. Yeah, I like the recent indie game renaissance. It's fun. And only once we talk to her will we be able to open it, I suppose. You too, if it hadn't been you, I would have snagged the proof of the cognoscenti of the wise and gone away by now. And you also stole mine. Well, calm down. I need to censor Paimon. She spelled it wrong. Things were chaotic back then, and we didn't mean to take anything from you. And see, we're here to return it to its rightful owner. Again, Game of the Year is either going to be Silk Song or Clair Obscur. Probably Clair Obscur because it's a 3D game. But either one, that is a... Team Cherry is a 3-person dev team. 4 if you count their composer. It's tiny. Maybe... Well, they did contract some people every now and then for Silk Song freelance work to program. But besides that... We're finishing that game tomorrow, hopefully. Here to return to its rightful owner. Anyway, we'll return it to you right now. How should we do that? Can you open the doors? Can you see us? We can just leave it here. She probably can. Maybe we should just leave it here. You can't be serious. What is this cold indifference you're showing to a fair damsel in distress? I'll kill you. If it were Reed Miller, he would have rescued me in a heartbeat. Fair damsel, my name is not Reed Miller. Am I not one? Is this negging? I'm not happy about that. Oh my goodness. It's 2007 all over again. Well, I would like to see Silk Song get some good recognition. I do wonder what kind of... What are the Game of the Year nominees? I wonder what song they'll pick for the orchestra at the end. Nominees. Game of the year, it's... whatever. One is... People were joking about Donkey Kong Bonanza and having to do one of the funny Pauline transformation songs. And also just making a bunch of angry noises for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Okay. That's Hades 2. Okay. I need to play Hades 2. I got Hades cheap on Switch a long time ago. Haven't had a chance to play it. And we're also here for the proof of the cognoscenti, right? How about this? You can help me get out of here and consider sharing some clues with you. I think we'll do just fine without your clues, and we didn't even come here for it. That's right, we can find our own way. We're very experienced in that department. Oh, wait, don't go then. How about information on Raskolnikov, Lieutenant Raskolnikov? They say he's quite somebody here. Though wreaking havoc here wouldn't be a bad point. It'd be just like how Reed Miller ransacked the governor's palace, took back the Sampo mill, and stole the heart of the governor's daughter. Which is a wish granter, I believe. In the game Noita, which is based on Finnish mythology, there is a special item that can change names, but its most official name is the Sampo. I need to play Noita too. I need to get fired so I can play Noita. Also, he's a character in Star Rail. Anyway, I mean, it would be in your interest to claim your treasure with grace. No, the information I have will definitely help. Please, I beg you, please help me. Please, I beg you, please help me. If Raskolnikov warns that I'm here, what do you say, traveler? Should we help her? We're already here, may as well. Guess we can do it for the intel. Splendid, hey, really is my lucky day. Now I've already swiped an ID card off the gods earlier, so I just need the other one and we'll be set. It's over there. We'll use the bot now. Please. For a second, I thought we lost connection. I don't know where the other card is, but even if we find it, there's still the problem of getting inside, placing it high up to remove the barrier. Boggles my mind whether Fatui would invent such a strange device. Polonia, maybe? Maybe. I think he might have said... I think I heard about that. I think he said that he didn't consider himself a debut. Because he'd already done stuff before, maybe. Let's get you this one. Card. ... Oh, wait. So... how are we going to get it on top? That is interesting. Oh, we have to get it on this side and then we just hop up the boxes. Okay. That's how to shuttle it to the other side. Oh, that was funny. I like that. Nice, now we can return the stuff we took from you by mistake earlier. I didn't expect it to go so smoothly. I've got something as powerful as the Moonstriders. I'm sure they'll come in handy later. What are those? Speaking of, you aren't bad at all. Maybe just a bit shy of Reed Miller's level, even though we look the same age. Is that a chatty Fae next to you? Maybe Paimon actually is a Fae. Paimon's not Fae. Paimon's Traveler's companion and guide. Also, why do you keep comparing us to some thief? We're properly registered adventurers. Were you commissioned by the Adventurers Guild to come here then? So you weren't. Makes sense. She did say she only told me. She. Who's that? Well, this isn't exactly a commission from the Adventurers Guild. Also, why are you getting so nosy? You haven't even told us your name. That's not fair at all. Name, call me Natoshka. Soon enough, though, I'll be known as the reincarnation of the legendary thief Reed Miller. Heir to the great treasure Natosha, thief extraordinaire, hee. I think honorary knight sounds better. The hero who saved the city from the evil dragon. My title will be quaking in your boots. Megabonk is sort of a 3D Vampire Survivors type, right? I think I've seen a bit of it. Looks fun. Heard stories like that they sound more like things children would enjoy. I know you're not here for a commission and you don't like Reed Miller, so why are you interested in the proof of the cognoscenti? Sounds like treasure. Yeah, right. I think that's what I heard, yeah. He didn't consider himself to be a debut. Oh, is this about the great treasure? No romance or destiny involved, just here for the loot. My destiny does not lie here. I'm a practical person. What about you then? Aren't you here for the treasure? Well, I must say, kindly ask you to return the Sampo Mill and all other ill-gotten gains stolen from the Frostmoon Scions right this instant. Remember, Nod-Krai is our Elysium, and we need neither gods nor pompous lords here. Well, what are you doing? Haven't you read the legends of Reed Miller, Thief Extraordinary? No. Sigh, never mind, of course you haven't. I mean, who wouldn't fall for him after reading that? Came across this book when I was still in Novokitsagrad. Probably up in Snezhnaya. From that moment on, I knew my mission. Upon my arrival in Nausea Town, the very first person I met gave me a clue regarding the proof that the cognoscenti stopped dancing. It's a destiny for sure. Just as the oppressive, greedy governor here stole treasures from the Frostmoon Scions all those years ago, the Fatui now have seized things that don't belong to them. Open mouth, pursed lips. I must retrieve the proof of the cognoscenti from them and find Reed Miller's great treasure, so that his name, now forgotten, be held in esteem once more throughout the world. So you're a die-hard Reed Miller fan. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, it's interesting because they're doing a sort of Dread Pirate Roberts legacy title thing with him, it seems. Just how Reed Miller had his trusty companion Shadow Weasel and a Wagtail. Your unexpected arrival must also be fate. Otherwise, I'd probably still be stuck there even if you hadn't taken my treasure. Oh, so what exactly is this treasure you're talking about? It's a thief's starter kit that someone sold me at a heartbreaking discount. However, none of the doors here have keyholes, so it's completely useless. Bet it was Dory. That person was like a prophet from the old tales. She seemed to know everything about me and my intentions at a first glance. Not only did she prepare everything I needed, but she also pointed the way forward for me, just for me. Even Paimon wouldn't fall for that. What do you mean, even Paimon wouldn't fall for that? But you're right. That heartbreaking discount and exclusive information stuff sounds like a scam. Wait a minute, did you get all your intel from her? That's not reliable info at all. I agree. Indies are always very fun. But of course, it's important to actually promote them through, so you have someone with eyes on them when you finish. Put out a good Kickstarter. That just can't be. That can't be. She was so sincere, there's no way she was lying. I mean, you just haven't met her yet, I think. When we get back to Nausea Town, I'll introduce you. I bet it was also Hidimbi. As for Raskolnikov, Lieutenant Raskolnikov, I do know him. We knew each other back in Novokitsgrad. But never mind him. I mean, Novokitsgrad, probably. I don't know Russian. Never mind him for now, we just need to find the proof of the cognoscenti. So let's get moving ahead. It's like we're Reed Miller, the thief extraordinaire, as two sidekicks, Shadow Weasel and Wagtail, come again. Call dibs on Shadow Weasel Paimon, it can be Shadow Weasel Paimon, then I'll be Reed Miller. Yeah, exactly. I think so too. No way, I was here first, so I should be the one playing Reed Miller. Paimon is the most unique character amongst us. They had to avoid saying among us, so it makes perfect sense for her to play Reed Miller. What kind of roleplay is this anyway? If you're right, it is quite juvenile. Let's just go with Natoshka, Thief Extraordinaire, Mary Companions, Goldfinch, and Snowy Owl. Can't I just use my real name? Yeah, code names. But I think Goldfinch suits you perfectly, and Snowy Owl really suits Paimon too. She's got these weird mechanical shoes. A Snowy Owl sounds kinda cool. It's all mysterious and wise and stuff, huh? So that's settled then. Now we can focus on finding the proof of the cognoscenti. Earlier I heard that the chest was sent to the dormitory. Fatui didn't follow Raskolnikov's orders, so definitely in for big trouble. He's always been a meticulous guy, everything has to go exactly as he plans. Could call him a perfectionist, no matter what trouble comes up, he always manages to handle it methodically. Some people really admire that trait. Anyway, enough about that now, we've got that proof to find, and I still remember the direction those two Fatui went. Follow me. I don't think the smallest team possible means the most indie. I think Silksong is probably still the best game, but I think that alone can't be everything. Defeat the Fatui. Interesting weapon you got here. Wonder what kind it is. There we go. Go to the dormitory. Alert lifted. A lift alerted. Dormitory is over that way. Okay. We're on the disposal workshop. Southern Zone. It's actually not all that big, for better or worse. And now we can open up this door. This goes back here and... oh, that chest is gone. So that's probably the one with the proof in it. That was just a way to open that way up. Okay. That one of them is, and it... as in that none of them are? Or... are you counting Death Stranding? Okay, okay. I should play Death Stranding. Though I'd feel obligated to play rest of Metal Gear first, really. Okay, okay. Talk to Natoshka. I think a lot of people are getting kind of sick of AAAs, really, for better or worse. Because again, there are a lot of... They don't take as many risks, really. And you know what? Maybe... This might be an okay place to leave off and resume. Probably. Toshka, sure, that's why it looks dangerous. It's just... Games that come out on a yearly basis, like COD, like FIFA, they are not going to be as haute couture as games that get released on a longer design schedule with more love and care put into them. But they also have entirely different reasons of existing. For one is a lot more profit-focused. But it... I think it could be cool to try the very first one, the World War... I believe, was it World War I or World War II for the first game? I just remember that a lot of people talk about how well the very first game depicts trench warfare, and in particular the utter horror of it, because you're less trying to win than to just survive. But, Toshka, are you sure it's this way? It looks dangerous. Trust me, this is definitely the right way. Besides, isn't sneaking across rooftops what cool rogues do? Yahuda does that. Her moon sun is called Rooftop Run, or Rooftop Walk, or whatever. Rooftop Run is Sonic. We need to keep our voices down. Don't worry, Snowy Owl, I'm here with you. Let's go. No, Call of Duty one. I'll leave the one on the right to you, Goldfinch. We're gonna go straight into combat, or... Guess we just choked him out. Well, I didn't expect the Moonstriders to come in handy so soon. I'll take care of the top. Watch this. Can she float? Was he, heck? Piece of cake, are you? Oh, okay. Oh, She has jump shoes. Palma didn't expect it to be this good, Natoshka. I guess they're just the bouncy moon shoes that kids bought in the 90s. Of course, else would I live up to the title of the Great Read-Mill Return to Nevada at last. Count on me from now on. Oh, those are what her silly shoes are. They're bouncy shoes. That's funny. Or more jump assist. They don't really appear to have cushion. Continue onward with Natoshka. We have a teleport waypoint here, and I think we can resume this next time. What would be a good thing to do for 3 more minutes so I can hit that mark and not be deceptive about it? We beat 2 local legends today, and we don't have Raskolnikov unlocked, unfortunately. That is a good idea. Thank you. You're full of good ideas, always. I'm not even joking. You know, I have a cruel voice, a cruel heart, a cruel face you can't see. So it always sounds like sarcasm, but I promise you, it's not. At least not this time. Actually, what I should do right now, I'm gonna buy the fishing bait recipe so I can actually fish when I encounter fish. And again, it is still a horrible, horrible joke that there is still no way to get Moonstringer unless you were playing during 2.1, which I was. And I have it. And it is better than every other... It is as good as every national specialty fishing rod. And obviates the need to actually go get any national fishing rods. It is a cruel, cruel joke. Hello there. Hedvika Nod-Krai Angler. Oh, she's got intel. Hold on a second. What was the verdict again? I feel like I settled on. Need to buy some fishing supplies. Okay, take a look around. Berry bait. Refreshing laka bait. So does one of them need pebbles? Moongleam sapling. Which looks very similar to the Nod-Krai weapons, which is funny. Well, Nod-Krai Gasha weapons. Oh. Let's just check those recipes out, maybe. Yeah, we can roll on standard as my last order of business today. Let us see. Very refreshing laka bait. Got 3 standard rolls to do real quickly. That means berry bait and just uses flour. Common bait Nod-Krai made from midsummer berries and flour. Decent appear to ordinary fish. Suitable for catching axehead fish. Can make 10 batches means 100. It would be fun. I wouldn't hate it. Refreshing lock of bait. So, are icy pebbles used for anything? Oh, I think you have to use them for some cooking recipes, actually. Somehow. Because that makes sense. Yeah, you have to use it for crisp bread. I wonder how. Fish bait made from mixing white berries and mint. It may look ordinary, but its unique blend of scent and hue proves irresistible to certain types of fish, earning a high praise from seasoned anglers, mauler sharks, and crystallize. Crystallize? That's an elemental reaction. Let's actually just make more of these. I'm kind of surprised nobody and nothing has any kind of special deal when they make fishing bait. Toma has extra fish chance in Inazuma, which is interesting. This makes him flower. Oh, rye flower. Probably Mona, because her cons are great now that she's with Hex and Circle stuff. Let's make some more. Could make some rye flour. Coarse dark power produced from grinding rye. Food made with it has a unique texture, somewhat sour flavor. Don't believe we need anything else with that. Smetana. Dairy product producer complex process such as separation and fermentation. This is just sour cream. Has a smooth texture and a refreshing sourness. Often serving as the finishing touch in many dishes. And it's got stiff peaks. They did it right. It has stiff peaks. Well, that's more about a frosting than a sour cream. It's just funny to say. Let's buy some milk. Some milk. Yeah, but since Mona is Hex and Circle now, her cons got buffed, and she just got buffs. What was getting buffs next patch, and is actually going to become a really good on-field driver, mostly for Vaporize. So you could use Durin with her, for example. That would probably be the most logical way to handle that. Yeah, she's going to be great, which is nice. It's fun. Let's buy 100 milks. Got a bunch of money lying around. Yeah, we're chilling. Cool. Okay. Let's go back to Nod-Krai. Here we are. Here we are. 3. Let's heal real quick. Okay. Yeah, we did some world quests. Hopefully by the end of Friday and a Saturday we can get all the world quests done. Well, except for the Nefer one, which I kind of want to save until I can see what different dialogue Yahuda might get. If she is the one to collect the intel, because she can do that too. But one way or another, all the other normal ones from last patch and catch up on that. And what are we at in terms of... We're at 26. We are going to need to rush that. Good lord. Ugh. Got our Shenhekan. Next patch, I think, it would be good to go for maybe Albedo. Because there's nobody else who really has it. We could maybe go for Nilou, but now that we have Nefer, Nilou is kind of pointless. She was just there to use Llama's buffs before Nefer existed, and now Nefer exists, so Nilou goes back in the trash. This is sad. Okay. Okay, let me see. Check something here. So we can get to how much on stat? We are at 28 pity on normal. This will take us to 31. God be with us. Drink a little bit of water. Okay. 29. $30. 31. And the crowd goes mild. Alright, that's fun. Yeah, but doing a bunch of stuff... The more I get, the more I'll be able to have for Durin and his weapon, and maybe Venti's weapon, maybe... Again, I will probably have to swipe a little for that. But I would honestly like to get Venti's signature, along with Durin's. Or at least Durin's. Because again, getting signatures that come out with new characters. It's pretty big, pretty nice. Yeah, we'll pick up where we left off. That's 2 of the local legends unlocked, so that's something I can just have fun with on my time off. If I hadn't already farmed more, the only thing that's actually needed in terms of relevant weapons, not just dumb, lame craftables, I'm sorry, needed Wild Hunt drops is just literally Flins' spear. So you don't need it for anything else. But I guess that is a decent way to farm Wild Hunt stuff, just fight Sigurd. And then the crab just drops berries. The big thing is Raskolnikov drops Fatui Warrants, which is quite nice to have because it's a base level material that people use for talents and stuff. But one way or another, we'll do more of that on Friday. So sign a Ragan and I don't know,